Guys, I got something new for y'all. Early season success is always something that we're skeptical about. Is it real? Is it fake? Is somebody having a hot start? Is it a cold start? So I got a bunch of things around the league, and I want y'all to answer and let me know if it's real or if it's fake. The first one we kind of just talked about to exit the last block. Tyrese Maxey, 30-point per game score.
Yeah.
He's right now averaging 37.
Yeah.
We already know that's inflated, but do you believe that that's real, or could you see, 76ers middle of the season hitting the wall and some of those stats going down?
I could see it for the first half of the season, probably staying pretty consistent. But then, I think at some point with the team probably not having a success that they would probably want, they probably would temper down a little bit, and he'll probably temper down. It's basically pretty much like just slowing down naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think he can average over 25 a night. Like
he
could
did that already.
He
did
can
that last
definitely
year.
get you 26 to 27 a night. So I definitely think he can get close to it, not 430.
P, I'm saying it's real. I'm saying it's real, especially if VJ, he don't even got to average the 25, but as long as he can be a threat on the perimeter with his scoring, it just opens up the game for Maxey. I thought he could have had years where he was averaging 30, but there's so much attention on him where they're sending all the defenders on him, they're collapsing on him. Somebody else can take the pressure off him, then Maxey can get a lot more one-on-ones and more manageable scoring situations. I think he can get 30 this year.
I'm going to say it's not fake, but it's unsustainable.
So
Eventually,
it's fake.
And no, it's been great so far. Eventually, you would expect Joel Embiid to be back and not playing just 20 minutes. Eventually, you would expect Paul George to be back. That's
I expected
already
that last year.
Huh?
I expected it last year. It didn't happen. I've been expecting for it. No, let me stop.
I feel like that's at
Joel
least
Embiid is on the floor.
40 to 45 points coming back into their starting lineup eventually. So
I
I'm
think
going
that
to say,
hurts VJ more than Tyrese.
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then naturally VJ has to go down and come off the bench.
I think if Paul George returns, Paul George is third option.
And when Embiid returns, I feel like that just helps Maxey more because, again, there's less attention on him. And he gets so many points off just kickouts from Embiid and playing off Embiid. That benefits him.
Nick Nurse would be crazy to kind of try to revert everything when he's playing like this. Dallas Mavericks lackluster 1-3 start. Is this real? Is this fake? The issues and the flaws that y'all see are permanent, or do you think this team can turn it around?
I think it's remotely real. It's kind of hard to look at this team when they're trying to run Cooper Flag as a starting point guard and think that I should take it seriously. Just because you're just lacking point guard play. I know you got D'Lo. He's playing and he's coming off the bench and everything, but I don't think he's that much of a Band-Aid to the actual problems.
Yeah, I think I agree with Derek. I don't think they're about to be a 20-win team like right now they're on pace to do, but I think their over-under was 41.5. If I could redo that episode, which I took more, I would have taken less this time around.
Yeah.
They just don't have enough offensive creation, and Kyrie Irving is not walking through that door and ready to hoop anytime soon. So I think this is not a very good basketball team.
Yeah, and I'm going to go real, and I think it has to kind of do with what y'all said with the lineup. They're just clunky. They're going to have to change some stuff up.
Miami Heat, new and improved fast-paced style. Is this sustainable and real, or is this fake?
It's been one of the coolest things about the NBA so far.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think it's pretty sustainable. I mean, I think they enjoy playing at this pace. I think they have the weapons to continue to play at this pace. And if the defense is solid, but before they was such a slow it down and methodical defense. I think now they kind of let's switch it up a little bit. Let's be a little bit more fast, a little bit more fun. And I'm kind of here for it.
I am skeptical about it being normally like this. They've been a bottom 10 pace team basically the entirety of the Eric Spoelstra era. I don't think the pace changes necessarily, but actually something I didn't think about until I saw a tweet by Zach Lowe is about the Miami Heat not running ball screens. And last year, the team that didn't do that was the Grizzlies, and eventually the teams caught on to that, and then they stopped it, and then they had to fire the coach, and they had to do this and do that. I do think teams will adjust. So I'm happy that they're the most fun team to watch right now, but if we come to February, I don't think that's going to be the title we give them anymore.
I'm going to say it's real. And it's hard to say because right now they don't have Tyler Herro. That's part of the reason why they're not running as many ball screens. But I think it's a recipe to help some of these teams that are struggling offensively just push the pace and get these shots up. Try to get as many opportunities for points as you can. And it looks like they're going their way instead of the slow, methodical way.
I agree with you, Mike. I think the Memphis Grizzlies didn't have the players that the Heat do. think they had a little bit more talent, but not with the skill set to match this. I like what the Heat do because it's 4 or 5 guys on the court at all times that can grab and go with confidence. It's just size and skill. Jaime Jaquez can push the break. Bam can push the break. When Hero come back, he'll be able to push the break. I've seen Wiggins bring the ball up. I've seen Khalil Ware bring the ball up. Memphis just didn't necessarily have that, and Memphis had a defined star in Ja Morant, who you kind of want the ball to always touch his hands at least. And so for him to not get pick and rolls kind of doesn't make sense. But Simone Fontecchio and all these other guys, they don't have to dominate the ball, and they could just grab and go and attack and kick out. So
it's like a mid-major ball club.
Yeah.
And it's really fun.
Boston Celtics, 1-3 start. They had the 0-3 start. Derek White struggling in one of the lead offensive roles. 18-4-4 on 32, 28, 90 shooting splits.
I think the team record-wise is pretty real. Derek White's shooting struggles is probably fake. I think he's probably going to pick it up and eventually get a rhythm going. But team-wise, they're going to be this bad. This is kind of how I kind of looked at them.
I agree. They don't have big fellas that rebound. Every single game, except for the one they just won, they've lost on the glass. Some of the games, they've been dominated by 20-plus offensive rebounds by the opposing team. That is not how you win basketball games. Rebounding is one of the most essential things to winning games, and they don't got it.
That's exactly what it is right there. That's real.
San Antonio Spurs, maybe 4-0, looking like one of the best teams in the league, led by MVP caliber play of Victor Wembanyama. Are those things real? I'm talking about them being as dominant and Wemby being MVP caliber. Real or fake?
Kind of hard. I mean, I think
that is crazy. I'm not starting with you. Go over there.
No, I want to hear the Wemby hater talk
Wait,
about
no.
Why was he so skeptical?
Because I don't know if they're going to be this dominant. Like, they're 4-0.
Well, they're not going to go 82-0.
Yeah, I know.
So everything I asked up here prior to this, you was super definite on. But this one, coincidentally, you are super hesitant.
The name was mentioned. That's why.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said Wemby.
No.
You should have just said Spurs.
It's kind of like I could see a world where there's defense does carry them to where they're one of the top seeds in the Western Conference.
You think they can win 50?
Yeah, I think there's a world where they can. Now, I'm not saying that's out the realm of possibility, but I also could see a world where reality hits they're young teams and they're learning, and then they end up not making the playoffs. And it's like, okay, they still
because they're young or because of an injury. But you think this same team, based off the 4 games you've seen, could have a point where what have you seen from this team that makes you feel like they could just hit a wall and just be the opposite?
Nothing. I'm just speaking on just natural youth teams. Sometimes youth teams come out and they are.
Sometimes youth teams win championships.
Yeah.
Like we seen last year.
It's just the craziest stat that they're literally doubling points in the paint. That's just like one of the biggest stats you want to win in a game. They're doubling it.
You just said it early in the show. Scotty Barnes was literally scared, and he's not the only one. The only person who wasn't scared is Zion Williamson. But
Wemby walked out with 9 blocks.
And Anthony Davis in the first game of the season, that whole Mavericks team was second-guessing every single thing that they do. And that's been a theme of every game I've watched from the Spurs, where the opposing team is like looking over their shoulder and scared. Like certain guys can have layups, and they will not go take it because they just expect that guy to be there.
Yeah.
Nothing about their stats make me feel like they can't replicate this for the rest of the season. It ain't like they shooting 50% from 3 through the first 4 games. It ain't like Wembanyama is literally averaging 50. He's had a game where he had a mediocre stat line and they still walked out victorious. So I think this is for sure a 50-win team as long as Wembanyama plays 70 games. And that's nuts to say, but that's just the way I feel about it because they've been that good.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is real too, and I've been impressed.
Fox ain't played either.
Not a second.
That's another benefit that they have. But I've been impressed with the roster, especially the young guys. I feel like they haven't been playing like young guys all the time. And that's been a big factor in just them being a successful team versus Wemby just having a really good season.
Orlando Magic, 1-3. Offense hasn't clicked and defense isn't at the typical standard. Is this real? Is this fake?
It's probably the defense thing is probably not real, but it's also like they're lacking fundamental basics on the defensive side of the ball. Why are guys just blowing past people? Guys like Paolo, you're supposed to be the leader of this team. Kelly Oubre shouldn't look at you and just one step blow by. You are the leader. You literally are the head of this thing, so everybody got to follow you. So it got to start with Paolo, if you ask me.
I'm going to say it's not real. I still got a ton of stock in the Orlando Magic. It is some scary stuff going on, but I think they can right this ship.
Lastly, just a few things real quick. LaMelo Ball, 42% on 10 attempts from
Not
three.
real.
Not real.
Knicks averaging 46 threes a game.
Not
real.
Not real.
46 is a lot of
Cade
threes.
Cunningham, 6 turnovers a game.
So real.
Trailblazers, 12 steals a game as a team
That's
last
real.
month.
So
That's real. That's
So
real right there.
Real. When we come back from this break, we're going to talk about the players that have been the most impressive to us. Stay tuned.